What did the cat say when someone stole its food? Meow. The members of Chief Geef are Minstrel, Ross, Craig, Burns, Farmer, David, me, Blair, and Lewis, favourite song. The strategy we are talking about is backup. The topics we are going to cover is going to be backup duplicates, storage methods, reasons for loss of data, what the backup needs to consider, backup methodology, and media rotation.
What is data storage? This is the holding of data in an electromagnetic form for the access by a computer. There are two types of storage, primary and secondary. Primary is held randomly and it uses RAM and other built-in computer devices. Secondary is when data is put into external devices such as hard disks, USBs, and filing cabinets. DAT, digital audio tape, was produced in 1987 for music purposes, now used for other sources of information to be stored on. It was used to replace audio cassettes.
Media rotation is used to reduce costs. It does this by reusing storage methods. The most common media rotation is GFS, grandfather, which is monthly, father, which is weekly, and son, which is daily. It begins with daily backups. At the end of each week, all the daily backups are combined and then is backed up for the week. Father. After 3 weekly backups are made, they are then combined to create a monthly backup. The monthly backup is usually then stored in a secure location off-site.
Backup to work, there are 7 aspects that needs to consider. Frequency needs to be considered. How often the data on the system will need to be changed. How much data is in this folder, in this computer. Storage, a backup always needs to be stored safely and securely on the main system. So there's your 2 storage methods that Farmer Dave mentioned earlier. Volume, the backup needs to take into account how much data is going to be stored so that it can make sure enough storage space is available. Personnel, who is going to conduct the backup so that the user can be confident that the backup has occurred. Logging, is there going to be a record indicating when the backup is going to be taking place and have there been any problems so far. And testing, integrity needs to be ensured so that it needs to be recovered when the user can rely on it. And finally, how critical the system is the system able to be taken offline so that the backup can take place. Selecting the best type of data methodology is always vital for backing up the data. There are 3 common types. Full. A full backup copies all the files on the system. A full backup should be performed weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Differential. This is when you back up everything that has changed since the last full backup took place. This method is slower because more files have been copied daily, and no one likes a computer going very slowly. And finally, incremental. Only the files that have been changed since the last operation will be transferred. This method can also make a complete system restore slower. Oh no.
A file may be lost. A file may be lost because of accidental deletion or may have been stolen if it's on a portable device or if your house or workplace is robbed. Viruses are another reason for loss of a file if your computer catches a virus through things such as email. If an electronic disaster occurs, your hard disk gets damaged, the file may also be lost.
Duplicates. A backup duplicate is an exact copy of data you've already got. An example of this is the crazy cat woman of The Simpsons. She chucked cats randomly. She always has a second copy behind her, so she always has another one. Another reason to have a backup duplicate is if unexpected animals steal stuff like music. So it's a good idea to store backup in an off-site location. To conclude, backup is very useful and everyone should consider backing up their files. And David loves filing cabinets.